On the early morning of February 16, 2025, a heartbreaking announcement shook the global entertainment community. Julia Roberts, the legendary actress known for her radiant smile and warm heart, had passed away. This news would not only bring tears to millions of fans but also serve as a major shock to the artistic world, where Julia had left an indelible mark through the classic films she was part of. The sad story began in the summer of 2024, when Julia Roberts continued to shine on screen with impressive roles. She remained one of Hollywood's brightest stars, participating in major film projects like Ticket to Paradise, a romantic comedy in which Julia skillfully combined lightness and depth in her acting. Despite facing some health challenges, Julia maintained a positive demeanor. Perhaps she told herself that diving into work was the best way to forget about everyday worries. During that time, it seemed Julia's energy was boundless. Her daily schedule was often packed with long filming sessions, press meetings, charity events, and family time. She was a woman devoted to both her work and her family, always striving to balance these roles. However, it seemed that the quiet moments in her life were overshadowed by her bright successes, and she didn't realize her body was sending warning signals. As October arrived, Julia was invited to appear on a popular talk show. Sitting before the camera in a charming dress with a bright smile, her eyes, however, revealed signs of fatigue. Throughout the program, she continuously had to stop to drink water, and through the questions, the host sensed that something was amiss with Julia. That night, as she returned home, she asked herself, "Why don't I feel like myself?" From that point on, that question lingered in her mind. Julia began to feel that her body was not the same as before. Unusual fatigue and mild throat pain went unacknowledged. Maybe this is just a consequence of working too hard, she often reassured herself while continuing to plunge into her busy schedules. By December, while promoting her new film, Julia felt increasingly debilitated. Stressful press conferences and lengthy interviews drained her energy. She even felt uncomfortable when needing to talk too much. Nevertheless, Julia decided to host a charity concert to raise funds for cancer research, unaware that she was in the grips of the disease herself. She was passionate about her work but did not realize that her health also needed to be a priority. As the weeks passed, the discomfort she felt did not lessen, but rather became more severe. Julia began experiencing nosebleeds, was frequently hoarse, and found it difficult to breathe. Despite her inner worries, she pushed aside negative thoughts and continued to complete her work, believing in her ability to overcome any challenges. She always assumed that with inner strength, every issue could be resolved. Yet, nothing could prepare her for the shock that awaited her in the future. At the end of January 2025, after a long period of unexplained fatigue, Julia decided to undergo another health check. The results indicated that she had stage 4 thyroid cancer. The shock came too suddenly, not only shattering everything she thought she had but also altering all her future plans. She sat quietly in the corner of the clinic, tears streaming down her cheeks. Time felt as though it had suddenly stopped. The pain was indescribable, not from losing something, but from the realization that her life might not last much longer. Julia had navigated the lows of life with resilience, and now she thought about everything left undone, about dreams still unfulfilled. However, like a warrior, Julia refused to surrender. She decided to write a memoir where she shared beautiful memories, life lessons, and the things she cherished most. The book was to be titled The Radiant Smile, a gift left for the world, to let people know that life is short but still worthwhile, no matter the hardships. "Though I may not be here anymore, my smile will live on," she wrote in one chapter of the book. With all her love and devotion, Julia dedicated her remaining precious time to completing the book, hoping that her legacy would spread strength and inspiration to those around her, just as her performances had done. She wrote about beautiful moments with her family, about love and the paradoxes of life, about the lessons life had taught her throughout her long journey. On February 16, 2025, as the first light of dawn streamed through the windows, Julia peacefully passed away. She lay in her quiet Santa Monica apartment in California, where she had lived and created countless beautiful memories. A white robe draped over a chair, photos of her children, family, and art gifts created mementos around her, all reflecting a meaningful life that she had lived. She wanted people to remember her not only for her outer beauty but also for her noble spirit and fierce will to live. As news of Julia's death broke, the world seemed to crumble. Fans from around the globe flocked to social media, sharing memories of Julia, the moments she had brought to their lives through her films. Tributes poured in, honoring Julia as a star who was not only an actress but also an emblem of courage and resilience. Memorials were held in many places, from Manhattan to Paris, from Sydney to Tokyo. A giant photo of Julia was displayed in Hollywood, with the words, "Thank you for bringing light into our lives." On beaches and in parks, people released balloons bearing images of Julia, expressing their love and gratitude for the artist they admired. Her colleagues, from famous stars to producers and directors, attended to pay their respects. People shared stories about Julia, recounting beautiful memories from their time working with her. They spoke not only of her acting talent but also of her humanity, and how she had encouraged and helped those around her. As life went on, Julia Roberts left behind a priceless legacy, not only of remarkable films but also as a symbol of resilience, belief in goodness, and genuine friendships. Her passing caused people to remember not just the image of a famous star, but a woman with a huge heart, always filled with love and compassion. Just as in her films, Julia brought joy and inspiration to millions. She became a role model for generations of young actors stepping into the arts. Memorial gatherings, articles, tweets, and social media posts honored Julia as a symbol of perseverance and vitality. People not only recounted her achievements on screen but also shared stories of her kindness and the resilience she had shown in life. Julia's family, including her husband Daniel Moder and their 3 children, along with many other relatives, demonstrated strength and bravery during this sorrowful time. They decided to continue Julia's mission of supporting cancer research and charities she had actively been a part of over the years. They established the Julia Roberts Foundation to raise funds for cancer research and treatment, in memory of her and to continue the work she had started. In 2026, a year after Julia's passing, the Julia Roberts Foundation held its first charity gala in Los Angeles. The event attracted not only Hollywood's big stars but also countless fans. That day, the atmosphere was filled with grief but also hope. People came together to raise funds to support cancer patients, as a way to honor Julia. At the gala, a tribute video was shown, depicting Julia's life and career, from her early days as a young girl entering Hollywood to becoming a renowned star. The video powerfully reflected moments when Julia spent time with patients, motivating and instilling hope in them. The audience couldn't hold back tears as they witnessed the warmth she had created in others' lives. The chairperson of the foundation remarked, "Julia taught us that life is not just about what we achieve, but about what we leave behind for others." In March 2027, a book titled The Radiant Smile was officially released, featuring stories from friends, colleagues, and fans about Julia. The book was not merely a collection of articles but a work of art imbued with profound meaning about her life. A portion of the book was written by Julia herself before her passing, turning her words into a precious legacy, a moment in time where people could feel her strength and spirit. The book quickly became a bestseller. helping many understand Julia Roberts not only as an actress but as a genuine human being, filled with real emotions, pains, and joys in life. Numerous interviews were conducted with those who had previously worked with Julia, from acclaimed directors to new colleagues. They all shared a common sentiment. Julia was a wonderful woman who always knew how to make people feel comfortable and joyful, creating a positive and inspiring work atmosphere. Along with the foundation in the book, Julia's family decided to launch a scholarship program called the Julia Roberts Scholarship for students in need who wanted to pursue dreams in film and the arts. The goal was to support young talents with passion but lacking resources. This program soon received a warm response from sponsors and prominent artists, many of whom had worked with Julia. The scholarship would not only provide an opportunity but also enable future generations to continue working in the field that Julia loved so much. In 2028, a documentary about Julia's life and career was produced and released. The film not only highlighted significant moments in her acting career but also revealed lesser-known struggles, personal battles and the love and joy she experienced. The film won numerous awards and was praised by both critics and audiences, offering many a deeper insight into the life of Julia Roberts, a symbol not only of Hollywood but also of resilience. Julia Roberts' passing left not just sorrow but also sparked profound reflections on compassion. Fans from all corners came together to create a charity called Shine Like Julia, aimed at supporting cancer patients and research organizations. They organized many events, from art auctions to concerts, donating all proceeds to charity. This support became a long chain of goodness to honor Julia and continue the legacy she left behind. To express the love and appreciation people had for Julia, designers created a fashion collection inspired by her. Julia's outfits, styles, and ways of dressing were recreated and showcased at major fashion shows. Spaces filled with activities to honor Julia, from portraits to video interviews, gradually centered around the memories she left behind. More than 3 years after Julia's passing, the community that adored her continued to cherish her memories. Each year, on the anniversary of Julia's death, a Memorial Day was organized worldwide. People not only celebrated her career but also remembered the real person Julia was. A big-hearted woman, a kind spirit always caring for others. They shared stories and moments that Julia had brought joy to their lives, coming together to realize charitable acts she once envisioned. Julia Roberts became an icon not only in the film industry but also in the hearts of millions. For them, Julia would always be a queen, beautiful on the outside and extraordinary on the inside. And although Julia was no longer present in this world, what she left behind, the values she embodied, would live on, forever serving as a guiding light for those seeking brightness amidst life's storms. Julia Roberts' radiant smile would remain an inspiration for both current and future generations, a source of encouragement for those facing adversity. My life, what I've lived, will forever live in the hearts of those I love, Julia once said. Indeed, she has lived on, forever, in the hearts of all. The memories of Julia will never fade. They will serve as a source of motivation, sparking success and hope in the lives of many every day. Julia Roberts was born on October 28, 1967, in Smyrna, Georgia, a picturesque small town just outside Atlanta. She was the daughter of Betty Lou, who managed a bakery, and Walter Grady Roberts, an actor and playwright. Julia grew up in an artistic family, with an older brother, Eric Roberts, and an older sister, Lisa Roberts Gillen, both of whom pursued careers in acting. As a child, Julia always expressed a love for art and the screen. She often accompanied her parents to performances, where she was captivated by the stage lights and the audience's adoration for the actors. Julia's family supported her dreams, though not everything was easy. Her childhood was not without its challenges, especially after her father passed away from cancer in 1977. This experience shaped her into a strong, resilient woman who was passionate about pursuing her dreams. Julia attended Campbell High School, where she excelled academically and achieved high success in the arts. After graduation, she continued her education at Georgia Perimeter College, pursuing her passion for acting. Eager to become an actress, Julia made the decision to leave her hometown for New York City in 1985. Here, she faced tough times, living in small rooms and auditioning persistently while dreaming of stardom. In her early years in New York, Julia encountered numerous failures and hardships. She auditioned for hundreds of roles but often faced rejection. Nevertheless, she refused to give up. Her perseverance and self-confidence helped her through the most difficult stages. Her first break came with a small role in the film Satisfaction, 1988, where she starred alongside Justine Bateman. Though the film did not attract much attention, it marked the beginning of Julia Roberts' journey in Hollywood. At just 20, she became one of the most promising young faces in the film industry. Shortly after, Julia also starred in Mystic Pizza, 1988, an independent film that brought her closer to the public eye and caught the attention of critics. Her role as Daisy Randon left a deep impression on audiences and officially placed Julia Roberts among Hollywood's standout young talents. From that moment, Julia's acting career began to flourish with numerous opportunities. She participated in a variety of projects and ultimately met visionary directors and producers. Before long, Julia Roberts' name started appearing on magazine covers, leaving an indelible mark on the hearts of film lovers. The major turning point in Julia Roberts' career came in 1990 when she took on the lead role in Pretty Woman. The film's romantic plot, combined with Julia's perfect embodiment of the character Vivian Ward, made it one of Hollywood's most famous works. The story of a prostitute and a wealthy man, played by Richard Gere, touched the hearts of millions of viewers. In preparing for her role, Julia conducted extensive research on the real-life experiences of women in the profession. She imagined how Vivian would react in various situations and emotions. The famous scene in the film, where Julia wears a stunning red dress at a lavish party, deeply embedded her image in the audience's memory. Pretty Woman not only created a box office sensation but also turned Julia into a fashion icon, a symbol of confidence and female empowerment. The film's explosive success earned Julia a Golden Globe and an Oscar nomination for Best Actress. It was a significant boost in her career, laying the foundation for many future successes. Not resting on the laurels of Pretty Woman, Julia Roberts continued to make her mark in the public's consciousness through various standout films. Notting Hill, 1999, was one of her subsequent successful projects. In this film, she played Anna Scott, a famous movie star who meets a bookshop owner in London, played by Hugh Grant. Notting Hill not only tells a beautiful love story but also explores the challenges that celebrities face in life. The line "I'm just a girl, standing in front of a boy, asking him to love her" became one of the legendary quotes in cinematic history. Following that, Julia surprised audiences by portraying Erin Brockovich in the 2000 film of the same name. This film is based on the true story of a woman determined to fight against a large corporation for the benefit of citizens affected by water pollution. With this performance, Julia not only received rave reviews from critics but also won the Oscar for Best Actress. This was the pinnacle moment in the career of the pretty Julia Roberts, as she demonstrated that she was not just a pretty face but a truly talented actress. The film Ocean's 11, 2001, stands out among her subsequent significant works. The star-studded cast, including George Clooney, Brad Pitt, and Matt Damon, not only made the film appealing but also showcased Julia's ability to shine among such a large ensemble. Her versatility and talent continued to solidify her place in Hollywood. Julia Roberts' personal life always attracted the media and fans' attention. Her brief romance with Kiefer Sutherland, with whom she dated in the early 1990s, left a lasting impression on fans. However, this relationship ended quickly, leaving many with a sense of regret. Julia often shared her feelings of pain from ending a promising romance that could not continue. She then entered into a long-term relationship with actor Benjamin Bratt, a partnership that the public eagerly anticipated. They shared many happy moments together, and during this time, Julia found peace and warmth in love. But after nearly 4 years together, they decided to part ways, once again returning Julia to single life. Julia's romantic life truly changed when she met Daniel Moder, a cinematographer, while filming The Mexican, 2000. They began dating, and their love blossomed. In 2002, they married in a private ceremony at Julia's home in Taos, New Mexico. Their marriage was regarded as one of the most successful relationships in entertainment, with 3 children: Hazel Patricia, Phineas Walter, and Henry Daniel. For Julia, becoming a mother was a great pride. While pregnant and caring for her 3 children, she made every effort to create a warm and loving family environment for them. Julia often shared that family was the center of her life, and she always wanted to ensure her children had the opportunity to experience a normal life while living under the spotlight. As her children started to grow up, Julia realized that balancing career and motherhood was a significant challenge. Nevertheless, she took pride in being able to bring her children to events and premiere screenings, providing them with unique experiences that few children get to have. She often emphasized the importance of keeping her children away from excessive media scrutiny. Thank you for watching the video. Please like, share, and subscribe to motivate me to create even better videos. See you in the next videos.